Yes! They did it. They finally did it. But I only got one question for you. Who's got it better than us? Nobody! Nobody's got it better than us. Nobody. Absolutely nobody has it better than us right now. Ah, man. Feels good. Feels really good. Alright. What's going on, everybody? DMV Era 8. Back in the building with yet another view. Good morning, Ravens flock. How y'all doing today, this morning? Did you enjoy this amazing, dominant performance by the Ravens last night, at the bank, where it was just phenomenal? I was highly impressed with what I saw out there. Everybody showed up to work, and as a result, we're off to the AFC Championship Game, where we will host the AFC title game for the first time in this building in franchise history. It hasn't happened since 1970, back with the Baltimore Colts, but for the first time ever, we're going to have an AFC title game in M&T Bank Stadium. Whew! Oh boy. That was an amazing game last night. And there's a lot to get into. Defensively, I was just absolutely impressed with what I saw from the defense. They only allowed 3 points last night, despite getting no sacks to Stroud. Despite not trying to take him down when you're right by him. They were forcing pressure, yes. They did not allow the Texans to get into our own 20-yard line. Not a single drive that this defense went on allowed the Houston Texans to get into our territory. It ain't happening in our house. Combined with the crowd noise that happened yesterday to get them to 6 false start penalties, it was electrifying. It was absolutely electrifying. The fact that this defense showcased why they're the best last night was extraordinary. Roquan Smith led the way, gave his leadership, along with the secondary doing their job, slowing down Nico Collins in the receiving core, and our job stopping the run in the trenches. It was amazing. It was amazing to watch right there. And of course, the offense. If you saw yesterday how I felt during halftime, I was not totally impressed with what I saw with the offense. Lamar and the offense put up 10 points heading into halftime. And I sent out a message, a 60-second video, that we had to make the adjustments. We had to change schemes. We had to make changes to our game plan heading into the third quarter. And they did it. They absolutely made the adjustments, scoring 24 unanswered points in the second half. Lamar Jackson is totally looking like an MVP, and he deserves to be the MVP because he went out there and ran all over the defense, but not just run all over the defense. He was able to deliver to his guys. Zay Flowers, Isaiah Likely, great touchdown catch. Nelson Aguilar, OBJ, Rashad Bateman. He was just delivering the ball down the field to all of his guys. Combined with the prideful run game that we normally use often. We ran all over that Texans defense because we knew that the blitz was coming. Their emphasis right there is to slow down this passing game. But Lamar Jackson went out there and put up 100 yards rushing for himself. And then, of course, throwing 2 touchdowns, no picks, with a really good passer rating over 100. I will say this, though. The only negative aspect of the game yesterday, special teams. That was the only thing we can point out to last night's game. The defense in general gave up 3 points. It was just the special teams allowed the 1 touchdown. That was eventually the last touchdown of the Texans season. It was Jordan Stout kicking the ball from his own 10-yard line or 20-yard line. And then the Texans take it back from their own 40-yard line for a touchdown. And it was just not a good sight to see. And obviously Lamar took 2 sacks before the halftime end. But it is what it is at the end of the day. All that matters is that we made the adjustments coming out of halftime. I was extremely proud of Todd Monken making the adjustments. I said it a lot of times with us coming out of losses, especially with the Commanders too. We need to make the adjustments. And we did it. We changed the game plan, and as a result, it was successful. We slowed down the deep ball, give it to short routes to Zay Flowers, give it to Isaiah Likely, give it to Rashad Bateman, give it to Nelson Aguilar, OBJ, combined with the run game that we had to use because, again, the Texans' defense was blitzing constantly and let Lamar Jackson do all the work. And the 3 running backs got Justice Hill. When he was running the ball, he was absolutely cooking that defense. Gus Edwards, yes, he had to leave the game with an injury. But Dalvin Cook, welcome to Baltimore, my man. You came in and helped out as well during the end of the game. And in the end, we were able to pull it off. Got the W, off to the AFC Championship game, getting ready to take on the winner after tonight's game between the Bills and Chiefs in Buffalo. Now, for me personally, I think it's best to face off against Josh Allen and the Bills, considering the fact how they look as a whole on this roster. There's a lot of injuries piling up for that Bills team in general. For the Chiefs, their defense is playing well this year, even though their offense is a very iffy offense with all the drop passes. It's a defense that you don't want to face in the postseason. So, like I said in my predictions for the divisional round, I did take Buffalo to win this game, but there's a strong chance that Kansas City is still going to own Buffalo postseason-wise because they're 2-0 facing off against Josh Allen. Those games were all in Kansas City, but in reality, I don't care who we face in general. All that matters in the AFC title game is that we are ready. We are prepared, and that we are motivated enough to go out there and punch our ticket to Vegas in February. Because this team, this roster, looks like a championship caliber team with a defense that's not only decent, but stellar. They look scary. They're a defense that you don't want to face. Not gonna lie, this is one of the best defenses that I've seen since the Ray Lewis and Ed Reed era. And Roquan Smith did Ray Lewis proud. He was at the game last night. It was incredible to sight to see. John Harbaugh, you made your brother proud. Jim Harbaugh was also at the game yesterday too. That was an incredible sight to see too. There was a lot of people that were impressed last night. And I'm going to guarantee y'all that the city of Baltimore cannot wait for next week's game on Sunday at the bank. Whoever we're facing is whoever we're facing. Bills or Chiefs, we do not care. All we care about is that we are ready for that game, put in all the work and prep for that game, and that we go out there, get the job done, and punch our ticket to Las Vegas. So, there was a great team win. Everybody showed up to work. The defense gave the offense a lot of opportunities to score, and they followed through. And as a result, we got the job done. That being said, after today's game between the Bills and Chiefs, this will determine who we're going to face in the AFC title game next week on Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time in Baltimore, and it should be a crazy atmosphere from there. With that being said, that's all I got to say. Let's get it.